Welcome to episode 8 of my nail series, making a nail design inspired by one of my favorite movies. This week's theme is Beetlejuice. So I'm going to start on prepping the nail for a French tip. I did mattify this nail with a chrome resistant matte top coat. I'm going in with a green for the French. I decided to do green because I like layering chrome actual bright colors on top of the color that matches or corresponds with them. So I filled that all in and I'm grabbing this really beautiful green chrome and I just decided to put that right on top of the cured gel polish and it stuck pretty well. I don't mind if it looks a little glittery. Most of it's going to get covered, but I just wanted a little bit of a pretty chrome background in the back of this design. I top coated that with the glossy top coat and now I'm grabbing my putty gel and I'm just going to be using this to create the 3D worm. So this is the sandworm from Beetlejuice. I wanted to keep it simple, but I really wanted it to stand out, so I made it a little bigger. You can make it any size you want. This is a super cute design for Halloween. I just sculpted it out by making the tail a little sharper. So this is the end of it and then it's going to look like it's going wrapping around the nail. I cleaned up underneath the nail and I did the second part and then I'm doing the third part. And honestly, this design was probably the simplest one of my series so far. Rolling out the dough and like playing around with it and trying to get all the sizes right and everything reminds me of when I was a kid. I used to love making little animals with Play-Doh and like sculpting stuff out with it. So this really reminds me of that and kind of feels like nostalgic for me, honestly. But the hardest part of this whole thing was painting it afterwards. So now I'm getting started on painting it and I'm using a black gel polish and I'm just creating the chunky lines around the body. This part was hard because I didn't realize that I was going to have to navigate going around the other ones and I was kind of getting gel on them and having to clean it up as I go, as you could see here. And then once that was all finished, I just cleaned up around the edges, making sure that it was really nice and clean. And then I'm top coating the worm with a matte top coat. I felt like it would stand out the most like this. And once it was finished, this is how it turned out. What do you think?